Hello, my name is Kendrick Celestine. Hey, I actually want to talk about something on my video about this main topic, and I don't really bother to dress out about this issue. I want to talk about the mentality. In every mentality, we got this sickness. It's like really, even if some of us is in our nature, how we behave, and how we be doctrinized, and how we brutalize, how we dominate through all the type of thinking level we got as individuals. And I wanted to address this out on this topic because I understand it, because we got our ways how we think on a level, and some of us who we're not going to gauge, and what we're not going to entertain, or what we're not going to put up with, right? Like myself as an individual, what I put on a daily basis, what I tolerate in my life, and what I deal with in my circle, or what I'm going to allow, or what I'm not going to put up with, period. And what I know about myself intentionally, even if I know my choices, even if there's an outcome out of the choices, what I end up choosing into my life. And I notice a lot of times, like individuals, I know I'm not going to like, and I'm not going to accept, and I know I'm just not going to get along with, period. Even the ones who I get along, who I end up gravitating towards. If there are people who are really not around me, or not in my circle, they're not in my life. They're not how much they really dislike me, period. Because they really probably don't like about my presence, or by the way I look at them, or by the way I talk towards them, or they just don't like the way, you don't think like I'm not strong enough, or I look like weak to you in some way. I look like physically strong, but mentally I might have a mental mind weakness. But there's some things, like from my porn experiences, what I have to put up with all the time. And I notice, like, you can't expect for things to come your way like you look for. And I know sometimes it's kind of hard, like what you're going to pretty much get in your surroundings on a daily basis, and what you're going to end up entertaining. And I get it, and I know there's a lot of challenges out in this world, but it's like people just throw the stuff to your face, expect you to figure out, like, I'm supposed to know you. If you don't let me know, like, don't bother asking you, or no one ever bother takes the time to really know your thinking level. But some people just rush, hit, make money, and just, part your ways, and that's it. And sometimes you have people in your circles that's never been temporary. And, sometimes you gotta, for myself, I like to meet new people and experience with different types of people in my life. And that's just the way how things are happening. What's in my environment, how I'm gonna dictate, and how the way I'm gonna allow things the way I see fit, or pretty much what is my deadline and my purposes. And there's different type of level of thinking. So people who have their own different type of experiences. You got some who try to want to satisfy people. You got some people who just gonna be a bunch of hypocrites. You got some people who just gonna be total jackasses and just don't really want to respect you, because they want to think like they're all that. But guess what? I told you, don't do right, that karma will bite back. So you gotta be careful how you treat people. So yeah, I wanted to speak on, because it's a lot of things going on. It's like a lot of type of patterns. Like some things, what I'm going to say, or what I'm not going to talk about. And there's some things, there's some things which you're not going to talk to my face about, or what I'm not going to put up with, and what I'm not going to deal with, and what I'm not going to tolerate at all, period. When I see some of these individuals who are around my surroundings, of what I put up with, now I could look at everybody individually, even the ones who's sitting next to a person who's driving right next to me, even if I don't know the person or not. But I can just know by looking at it, because I see them on, you got the daily basis, you got the weekly basis, you got the monthly basis, you got the year basis, and who I'm around and what I allow. And you just look at the level of thinking of people, and just some days it's so similar, but some days, but we're all connected, and some days you feel like we are, but we really are in some type of way. But our situations are all individually different, and how way I see fit to individualities. But there's so many varieties of individuality mentalities what we got in this world. But if there's over billion something people across this planet, or actually probably I wouldn't know if it'd be billions, it'd probably be trillions of people on this planet. And how many people die a day? How many people born a day? That's the crazy part. And you find that to be so really just fascinating, how people just so interested in that kind of high level of hierarchy of thinking. It's you got to have a balance to that to even exist, or without that, it's there's some chaos. You can't even know if there's an order or even a chaos to even really be around. But you never know. But sometimes it's a life situation under circumstances. But anyway, I want to address some issues, so that's all I want to speak on about some stuff. So this is the title of my video about the mentality topic. So anyway, like, dislike, share the video, see what you think. I will continue making more later on in the future. I hope you folks have a wonderful day. This is Kendrick Celestine, and I'm out.